Hi there guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the first time I'm actually recording in English. You've asked me on Instagram, please if you can record in English as well in YouTube. Haven't done it before. As a lot of you know, I'm Spanish. This is not my first language, so I was not feeling very confident. But I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do this video. I really hope you guys like it. So as you saw on the title, on the video today, I'm gonna tell you how was my birth story with Jacob. It was nothing like I expected, but I'll be honest and sincere like I'm always on Instagram. So let's start then. As I was saying, the birth story, it was nothing like I expected. I expected to have a natural birth on a bath. I wanted to do it on the water, to be a water birth, and it could have been like that. Okay, so everything started when I was around 40 weeks. That week I was already feeling very heavy. Jacob was a big baby and I really didn't want to be late. Like it's probably because I was a first time mom and I just wanted everything to happen quick, and I wanted to see his face and that's it. But it wasn't like that. So around 38th week I went to one of my last appointments and I told her I'm not feeling well, this and that, and she said okay, so what we're gonna do is at 40 plus 2 we're gonna do a swipe. I think you call it like that. We're gonna do a swipe and we're gonna start the things going. And I said okay, that's actually a very good idea and let's do it. But at 40 weeks on the dot that morning I broke my water. So the night before my mum came from Spain, and it was like I was very scared to give birth without my mum here, and it was just so good that she arrived while I was still pregnant. That was like quite a good sign. So she said to me that night, tomorrow I'm gonna make you a very hot Spanish chocolate and you're gonna start with labour. And I was like, oh my god, okay. But anyway, that morning I woke up and I went to the toilet and I was weeing, and then I couldn't stop weeing. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like it was not that thing of the movies that psha. No. It was just a constant drip, like you leave the tap open for a little bit. So that's how it was. I kept wetting the whole day. So I called the midwife and she said okay, that's fine, let's see how the things are going, and if you don't start any contractions by 5 o'clock you come, we check you and we see what we're gonna do. I said okay, that's fine. I was expecting the pain, I was expecting to cry in pain in a very short time, but that didn't happen. I didn't have one single contraction. So at 5 o'clock we headed up to hospital to see what was going on. They literally, when I arrived, they checked my blood pressure and they said okay, let's just go home, everything is good. I was like, how do you know? Like, you only checked my blood pressure and you haven't checked if the baby's heart rate is alright. You haven't put me like, you know, the monitor or anything. So I just started panicking and going on anxiety and what's happening, nothing happening, and oh my god, and I was just getting nervous. So anyway, that night we headed back home. I had an amazing night actually. I had a bath. I was thinking okay, because the next day if nothing started during the night, I meant to be 8 or 9 in the morning in hospital. So I was like, oh, I had a shower, I got ready like for the next day, I got everything ready, because I was thinking okay, so if it doesn't come tonight, tomorrow I'm gonna be with my baby, which that was 14. Okay, so that was the 14. My due date was the 13th of July. This was like obviously the next day was going to be 14. So nothing happened that night. I didn't feel any single contraction, like nothing, absolutely nothing. I slept quite bad because I had a lot of reflux that night, but yeah, so the next day in the morning I woke up, I had breakfast, I got everything ready. Then my wife called me and she said okay, if you can come here by 10. I said okay. So I went there, by 10. So during the whole day, the only thing they did was put in like a pill under there and checking the baby was okay, and keep being checking on me if my blood pressure was fine and if his heart rate was fine. So that was what I was doing the whole day. Obviously I was walking a lot, going up and down the stairs to see if anything started. The only thing I felt was 2 contractions at the beginning, like an hour after she put the pill, like a vaginal pill. I felt 2 contractions. They were very, very, very painful on my back. Like they weren't at the front, they were on my back. And I was like, I don't know what the hell is this. But the contractions meant to be felt at the front, right? I don't know. I didn't really know what the hell was going on, really. So that was the first thing. I didn't feel pain. I was having contractions, but they weren't painful. Like, she was like, it's impossible you're not feeling them. I'm like, I am not feeling anything. I was not even feeling my belly go hard or anything. It was just those 2 contractions that I said. Anyway, nothing happened that day, that night. I was literally terrified because in Spain, you don't give birth, like, obviously here as well, but you are not like on the pre-hours of birth with another pregnant woman that they're suffering as well, you know? So you're just alone normally all the time, or maybe with another person, but not 6 people. So what happened that night was like there were 5 another pregnant women suffering, shouting, bless them, like they were on a proper labor. I was not feeling anything, but I was just like the whole night awake because I was seeing them suffer, and I was thinking, oh my god, what is coming? What am I gonna do when I'm on like where they are? And I was just panicking, and I was getting a lot of tension, and I was just getting more and more scared because I was already having a trauma. And I did speak about this with my midwife and everything because I was very scared. The last birth of my family was when one of my aunties gave birth to twins and she passed away during birth. So that really gave me quite a traumatic thinking of giving birth. And I was quite terrified the whole pregnancy. So when that time arrived, seeing all these women actually shouting and begging and nothing was happening, and I was like, oh my god, I really don't want to be where they are right now. I don't mind to do another 40 weeks. But yeah, so then the next day, we head up to the birthing unit to get everything ready. They said to me if I wanted the epidural. I said yes. After that night, I said yes, I want the epidural. Like, I didn't even feel any contraction, but I was absolutely traumatized. And I was like, yes, I just want any painkiller you can give me. So yeah, they were trying to put me the drip for the oxytocin, and this girl, she couldn't put it on like for ages, and I had the easiest veins ever, like you could see them from here probably, but anyway, she couldn't do it. So a proper how you call it? Okay, so a proper anesthetic had to come to put it on, and he said, oh well, as it was very hard to put it on you, what about if we put you something that is called pre-epidural? I was like, so what's that? And she was like, yeah, we just put the epidural right now. And I was like, but I'm not feeling any pain yet, and I would like to feel a bit of pain to know what it is. Like, you know, I wanted a water birth first of all. It's not gonna be able to happen, so I just want to feel a bit of pain before we do the epidural. But anyway, they said yes, because if we rush after, you might not get it. I said, okay, all right, fine, let's get it done. Got epidural. It wasn't that bad. For me, it was not a bad experience. I had a very, very nice nurses that came to take over. Like 2 midwives that came to take over. The 2 midwives I had at that time. And they were just amazing. Like, they helped me so much. And the lady, she was a Greek, I think she was Greek doctor. She was just so sweet, so nice, trying to keep me calm, and they were telling me, yes, we had kids, this and that, and telling me their story, so I was quite calm, and it didn't hurt. You do feel a little pinch at the beginning, but then once that area is asleep, when she's actually pinching your bone, you do not feel that much pain. You just feel like a bit of water is coming in, but you don't feel that much pain. And yeah, that was the pre-epidural business. Then I was getting on oxytocin. Nothing was happening, absolutely nothing. I was not feeling contraction, nothing. I was just so tired. I was been already 48 hours without sleep, was not eating much because I was feeling so much reflux, and I was just knackered. I remember the midwife said to me, oh, just go for a sleep because it's a lot coming ahead. And I was like, okay. So I managed to sleep like an hour or so, and then I woke up and I was not feeling well. I was feeling actually very dizzy. I was just not feeling well. I was feeling very unwell. And I did say this to my midwife, and she said, yeah, I'm actually a bit worried because your baby's heart rate is going down when I put the oxytocin up. And I'm like, what? Excuse me? What's happening? Because I just woke up, so waking up to those news, I was like, I was in shock. And I was like, so what's going to happen? And she said, well, we're going to try for a couple of more hours to see how your baby's going to be doing. But if not, we're going to have to see other things. And I said, look, up to this point, if I actually have to have a C-section for my baby's life, I do not mind. I'm not going to push myself to have a vaginal birth and putting Jacob at risk. Like, that's not going to happen. That's not on my plans, and is a no-no. She said, yeah, no, that's fine, absolutely. Thank you for being so easy, blah, blah. I was like, all right. Anyway, I still didn't feel good. The midwife wasn't happy. And she said, well, I speak with I think it was the surgeon, and she wants to wait 6 more hours. I was like, 6 more hours? But you're already scared of Jacob's heart rate. I don't understand why you want to wait. If you can put the oxytocin up, I'm not dilating. I was only 1 centimeter, so what's gonna happen? Like, I don't understand how long you want to wait. We've been 48 hours, and I only dilated 1 centimeter. So I was just getting more and more stressed, if I'm honest with you. And I just started crying. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I was very nervous. I was very scared of Jacob's life, and I was nervous because I was like, oh my god, I just expected a normal birth, no issues, nothing, just normal birth, push the baby out, see you later. But no, that wasn't the case. So after an hour, I still didn't feel well. She said she was still not happy, but the surgeon didn't want to start the procedure, and she wanted to wait for at least 12 hours. I said, oh, you said 6, now 12. Like, you're having a laugh. So I said to her, I'm sorry, but I just don't want to wait. It was something inside me that I thought the things weren't right. Something was not right with the baby. And on times like this, you have to trust your instincts. They are very professional. You need to trust your midwife and that as well, but also your instincts. And I was not feeling well, and I knew something was going on wrong. So yeah, we headed up. Well, she went to speak with the surgeon and said that I wanted to go for the C-section as I was not feeling well. I was not feeling confident about doing this, and the surgeon came and every time I remember this, it makes me laugh. Basically, she said to me that because I'm fat, I could die on the theatre. And I was quite nervous. I was quite stressed on that time. So the last thing I needed to hear is that because I'm fat, I couldn't have a C-section. That was not needed. There are risks, absolutely, like any surgery, like any major surgery, there are risks. Even if you are skinny or you are fat, there are risks there. That your heart could go wrong, your body could go wrong. So I didn't need to hear that on that time, if I'm honest with you. But I said to her, look, I'm not happy, I'm not confident, I am scared something is not going well, I'm not feeling well, the midwife is not happy with Jacob's heart rate, so why we need to wait? I want to wait 12 hours. I was like, what did you expect on these 12 hours? You expect me to lose weight in 12 hours? Because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm going to still be fat in 12 hours. If you're having any hopes. So she said, oh, have a think, because as I said, there's a lot of risk, this and that, you could die there. She repeated the sentence and I was like, okay. She went, I started crying. I had a massive mental breakdown. I was just crying. I was just not well. I was just literally, I couldn't breathe. Like my blood pressure went high. Bless the midwife, she was very nice. They were very nice. But it was about be 7 o'clock, and they obviously they have to change the midwives. But she said, look, just speak with a new midwife. Tell her what's happening. I will tell her as well. Tell her how you feel. I will tell her that I'm not happy with the baby's heart rate, and I will try to speak with the surgeon again. Let's see what she says. Blah blah blah. So these 2 new midwives came in, and they were, you know, they were like water in the desert. I think these midwives. Oh, I don't want to cry. But yeah, they were absolutely amazing. They were so good with me, honestly. Like, I was so nervous. I was so scared that the last thing I needed on that time is the lack of empathy of that surgeon. So when they came in and they were so positive and they said, don't worry, like, it's not the first C-section that we're doing. We do a lot of C-sections a day, and nothing is going to happen. You will see there are risks, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. And she said, if you do not want to push, you're not going to push. No one is going to force you to push. So I'm going to call the surgeon, and you're going to say this again. You're going to say you don't want to push. You're not feeling confident. I'm going to say as well that I'm not happy with their baby's heart rate. And she's not going to have another choice of doing the C-section. I was like, okay. So she came in, and she came in with a whole lot of students. Don't get me wrong, I really think students need to learn, be there and all that. And to be honest, at the beginning when I saw the student, I was like, oh, she's going to be nicer in front of these people, hopefully. But she did say the same thing again. Because your BMI is high, there's a lot of risk of not coming out of theatre. And I was like, what? I was like, I started crying. I really didn't know what to say to her. I just started crying. I think it was rude, it was unpolite, and it was unnecessary to say that on that moment, if I'm honest with you. But anyway, then she went, then the anaesthetic came, and she said the same thing to me. Said, well, because obviously there are risks. She was more polite. She said there are risks because this and this and this and that. But obviously that's gonna be the procedure. I had to sign some papers and that, and then we headed up to the C-section. The anesthetics that they were there, they were very nice. They were like, oh, let's put the music you want on. So we put some Spanish reggaeton, and I was feeling more relaxed, but I was very scared. I was very scared. But yeah, it was quite a scary time. I really thought I was gonna die. Like literally a couple of minutes before I went to theatre, I remember saying to my mum, if something happens to me, like, make sure, like, you're in Jacob's life, like, 24/7, you know. Like, I was quite scared, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, so they started, they put more epidural, like, they top up the epidural, so I could not feel anything, and everything started. The anaesthetic, she was like, do you want me to talk you through it? What are they doing? I was like, no, I'm fine. I really didn't want to hear, oh, we're opening you up with this. We was like, no, I don't want to hear anything. And yeah, and then you do feel a bit of pulling and that, but it was not painful at all. And then obviously Jacob came to life, and it was amazing. It was amazing when they put him on my arms. But then I heard the surgeon say, oh, thank God we took her for a C-section, because the baby pooed inside me. So that meconium poo was inside me, and that's why I was feeling sick and I was feeling very bad those couple of hours before. And obviously Jacob's heart rate was going down, not because of the oxytocin, but it's because he puked inside me. So as I said before, you need to trust your instincts. As a mother, you need to trust yourself. And yeah, they put Jacob on top of me, and it's like anything happened. It was just so beautiful. He was so perfect. And then all of a sudden I was feeling so sick, like I was gonna be sick, and I was like, oh my god, can you take it away from me? And they were like, why? I was like, because I feel sick. And I was feeling dizzy, and I was like, oh, I'm feeling dizzy. And I was like, that's it, I'm dying, like now's the time when I die. I was very traumatized. Anyway, my mom had 2 C-sections, so she was quite helpful in telling me what I had to do and what I don't have to do and all that, and it quite helped me. She said, as soon as you can walk and keep walking, because if you stay in bed, you're not going to be able to come out anytime soon. I was like, all right. So when they asked me if I could walk a bit in the morning, I said, yeah, that's fine. So I got up, I went to the toilet, came back. Like, I didn't go actually to the toilet, but I just went to where the toilet was, and I came back. And then a couple of hours after, they said, oh, do you want us to remove your catheter? And I was like, yeah, remove it. I didn't like that really. So they removed it. It wasn't painful really. And then I was going to the toilet every time I wanted to go. Obviously with the breastfeeding, I was very thirsty, so I was drinking a lot of water as well. It was a painful when you need to get up and when you need to sit down. Like walking, it wasn't that bad. So that was it. That was my birth story. It was quite dramatic. Sorry for crying in the middle of the video. But as I say, I'm always very honest, very sincere with you guys, and I'm going to keep being like that. So, well, I really hope you like the video. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to press like, subscribe, turn on the notifications by clicking the bell, and also follow me on Instagram. That is where I put everything every day, and where you can see us as a family spending our days. So I hope to see you soon, and bye. Bye.